Hi everyone, Simon Bogdanov of Oslo Property, your local Surfcoast specialist. I wanted to share with you all an end of financial year Torquay and Jan Juc market review with some very interesting findings, but most of all to keep you all in the know of how the local market is performing if thinking of buying, selling or investing. A few stats worth outlining which have been derived from the Domain Group. The number of home sales in Torquay and Jan Juc this financial year was 286. Previous financial year being 282, so up with a handful of sales this financial year. The median house sales price in Torquay this financial year was 1.243 million and Jan Juc slightly higher at 1.275 million. So in Torquay, the median sales price is currently down 5% from last financial year and Jan Juc down just 4% from last financial year. The average days on market this financial year for homes in Torquay is 96 days and Jan Juc being 75 days. So up 45% in Torquay and 35% respectively in Jan Juc compared to last financial year, resulting in many vendors having to be a lot more patient in securing the right buyer for their property. A quick interesting side statistic regarding land sales specifically. This financial year there's been a total of 19 land sales in Torquay and Jan Juc, as opposed to last financial year, which was 29 land sales, with only 3 of those land sales being in Jan Juc over the last 2 years. So, in summary, the number of house sales and land sales across the Surfcoast have been very consistent, with only exclusions being average days on market increasing and the median house sales price dropping slightly. So, as a Surfcoast homeowner or investor, looking at the numbers over the last 2 years, it shows that even with all the external financial market factors we're experiencing, that Torquay and Jan Juc still prove to be consistent, secure and much more likely to weather any housing forecast presented, in comparison to other housing markets along the east coast of Australia at the moment. Now looking at the bigger picture across the Surfcoast and the average home ownership life cycle. The average number of years homeowners hold onto their home typically in Australia is now just over 11 years, as opposed to just over 6 years back in 2009 in comparison. Translating that to the price growth in Torquay and Jan Juc over the last 10 to 11 years, Torquay and Jan Juc's 2014, so just over a decade ago's, median house sales price was a tad over 580,000, with the growth of approximately 120% to today in 2024. Compared to Melbourne's percentage growth over the last 10 years being just 96%, and Australia's average percentage growth of between 80 to 90%. So that's a staggering 20 to 25% above the average national percentage growth over the last decade, which is a very solid and positive for Surfcoast homeowners and investors. So what does this mean for home ownership and investing within Torquay and Jan Juc? That the capital growth across the Surfcoast is one of the highest and strongest performing real estate markets across the state of Victoria, outperforming a significant number of other coastal markets across Australia. And investing or owning a home across the Surfcoast has a proven short, medium and long-term return, cementing the Surfcoast as not only a fantastic place to live, but an even better place to invest and buy, confidently knowing that no matter what the volatile economic climate across the state or nation is, that your Surfcoast home is performing very well. Thanks once again for watching. I'm Simon Bogdanov, your local Surfcoast agent from Oslo Property, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.